guys, don't forget, before we get into our sneak peek, like, subscribe to the Crime Chat, ring the bell, or this guy's gonna come after you.
Previously on CrimeChat.
And then that's when Dr. Hooper.
Get clear of the barrel! Hooper!
You know. Blech. Hooper. Dr. Hooper. Goes for $10,000, I'll give you the head, the tail, the whole damn thing. It's Shark Week, which is also why we're doing this episode. Well, by this time comes out Shark Week Award. You can go
By myself to a scary movie?
Yeah.
Probably could. So, back in the ancient waters of 1988, the Discovery Channel unleashed its first ever Shark Week in July 17th. Thrilling shows that remind us of how we love watching sharks from the safety of our couches. 500 different species of sharks known to science. This varies greatly in size, habitat, behavior, and appearance, ranging from tiny little dwarf lantern sharks, which are about 8 inches long, little baby.
So cute. The shark.
The massive great white, as we know, which can reach 40 feet in length.
Great white. Well, the whale shark.
The whale shark. The whale shark.
Yes,
When I say great white?
You said great white, and I was like,
I got Jaws on the mind.
You do.
I'm thinking, I got Jaws on the mind.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
You got the shark mind.
Further out! What? Further out! Why? Go further out! What for?
You're thinking about these again.
This story made absolute headlines and still really. So as you get into it, it actually uncovers a couple of other crimes that are unfolded by a shark regurgitating an arm.
Coming up.
Her abduction led to the tragic inspiration of Vladimir Nabokov.
Huh?
Nabokov? His name was Frank LaSalle. Teddy is attacking me. My cat is attacking me. Oh my God, he's got like his claws out. Hey.
Claws out.
The legal system actually worked pretty swiftly to bring him to justice. Uh-oh. You're gone.
I know.
What happened?
I don't know. Something happened to my audio.
Hey there, chatters. I'm Nat.
And I'm Kat, and welcome to the Crime Chat. I am your forensic femme fatale Natalie, your true crime addict connoisseur.
We're just two normal girls obsessed with dark crimes, evil minds, and occasionally the unknown.
And here's your disclaimer, chatters. The following Crime Chat contains adult content, and I'm assuming violent scenarios today, so your listener discretion is advised.
You've been warned. And before we get into today's Crime Chat, Kat, what have you done?
Well, weekend before last, as we're recording this, I went to St. Augustine and had a great time.
Did you run into any ghosts?
And the first thing we did was a ghost tour. It was like a pub crawl. The third one that we went to, I want to say was called the White Lion. And that was kind of where the tour ended and everything. After we got told the ghost story, basically at the White Lion, there's a guy, George something. I can't remember his last name. What ended up happening is he was engaged to somebody. They were about to get married, and she left him for another man. I don't know if she was actually living in the house at that time, but she left him for another man. So George finds another lady, and
oh God,
they get engaged. Well,
Okay.
she moves into the house,
Okay.
and it wasn't long after she moved in that he was found, quote unquote, as the tour guide said, face down, ass up, in the tub. Obviously, that's on the second floor. And she had the Vox going, and I had the SLS going. and we were like recording at the same time. The little stick figure appeared at the top of the stairs.
Oh, you posted that.
I did.
Saw that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I did. Yeah. So we think that's George. I don't know. But it was so cool. It was kind of neat. I don't know if that's, it was a stick figure.
That is cool. Yeah. You want to know something creepy though? When I moved into this house, my mom came to visit me and she was walking to her bedroom and she's like, I feel something. I feel the presence of a little girl. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
All right, whatever. And I did that little ghost app and I was
Yeah.
walking around the house and it was nothing. And then I got to the room that she was in and a little stick figure was sitting on the bed.
No
What?
way. So
Mhm.
then the next night we went to the St. Augustine Lighthouse and did a ghost tour there. You've been to the lighthouse?
No. St. Augustine, no.
But when we did it, that night there was lightning in the area and they wouldn't let us go up. I mean,
Oh.
I get it, right? We still did the grounds, still got like the ghost stories and stuff. Went into the keeper's house. The guy they were rebuilding it or something, and his daughters had died there. And they said that the little girls like to play jokes on people. So you have to watch your shoelaces because sometimes they tie shoelaces together, or they'll tie a shoelace to, like, if you're standing up by a rail, they'll tie the shoelace to a rail so your foot doesn't move.
Once it becomes physical, that freaks me out a little bit. So I finally watched A Good Marriage. I know we spoke about that during one of the episodes because it's kind of like loosely based on BTK, but it was like a Stephen King novel. You can tell that we do a crime podcast because I picked that movie apart. Like I was sitting there and she's going through the crime and all this stuff. I'm like, well, that's not right. House of Dragon.
Mm-hmm. Allison is obviously like I don't want green to win, but I'm pretty sure they do because of the whole like Targaryens being extinct-ish.
You're right and wrong at the same time, but I'm not going to get into it.
No,
but,
don't give it away.
But this Sunday is the last episode to the season.
Yes.
But apparently, there was a leak, and yesterday, 30 minutes of the episode aired.
Wait, what?
And I can't find it. Yeah, no, they removed it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to avoid the internet at all costs because there are spoilers everywhere.
So you asked me to go over the psychology of lying to do like as an introduction into your story.
Mm-hmm.
Encyclopedia Britannica defines lying as any communicative act that aims to cause receivers of the communication to adopt or persist in a false belief. However, because of its generality, this definition invites questions about its key terms. There is no universally accepted definition of lying. Rather, there exists a spectrum of views, ranging from those that exclude the most forms of deception from the category of lying to those who treat lying and deception as different words of the same phenomena.
I know you're not familiar with the story that I'm going to do. Before we get started, though, I want to give viewers an additional warning. Please be advised that today's discussion involves themes of abduction, emotional abuse, and sexual abuse. Today, our crime chat is going to be about the dark reality behind the novel Lolita. Today's story is going to be basically about surviving a predator, and it's going to be the real story of Sally Horner, who Lolita is based on. In 1948, 11-year-old Sally Horner was kidnapped and abused for 21 months by a con man pretending to be an FBI agent. For almost 2 years, the only trace of her was this haunting photo behind me of her on a swing. That was it. Her abduction led to the tragic inspiration of Vladimir Nabokov. Nabokov. This novel is extremely controversial. Basically, it's the story of innocence lost, bravery, and the dark side of human nature.